playwright, and he is making his debut performance at Caroline's. Please put your hands together, make some noise for Johnny Blaze!
He wore black velvet on New York's hottest day. I don't know. You ever get dressed in the morning and it's still dark out and you just assume? I just moved to Queens and I don't know what station's the Weather Channel anymore, so I'm just guessing. Give it up for Vanessa, she's doing a great job tonight. Y'all having fun? It's a good time, yeah? Yeah! Anybody nervous? No. Just me? It's not a problem, and it won't affect my performance. Because I've learned how to carry all of my tension in my abs. Because I'm too cheap to join a gym. Yes, my name is Johnny Blaze. It's a fun name. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Who wanted me to be a rock star. I settled for comedy. Different. But yeah, it's fun. People seem to remember my name. It's nice. It's great. I don't mind when people forget my last name, like most everybody here. Like if I were to call on someone and ask, what's my last name? And everyone in the front row went, give me the program, give me the program. He's gonna call on me on the front row, he got here early. I'm not gonna call on anyone, I'm gonna call on everyone. On the count of three, everyone just shout out your last name. 1, 2, 3.
Hadarowski.
Got it? Forgot it. Now we're even, it's fair, we're all good. Level playing field. I don't mind when people forget my last name, except if you're like, my doctor. That's annoying. Every time I go to the doctor, it's the first time for them. I just walk in, it's like, fill out all the forms on this clipboard, front and back, and attach your medical ID card to it, someone will be with you in a moment. Betty, you know me. Well, we can't find you in the system. Look it up under B for Blaze. Oh, Johnny, hi, how are you? What's going on? Any new shows? What is in my profile that all of a sudden makes them happy and have a clear throat? Mystery to me. I hate going to the doctor in the first place, and so automatically this puts me on the defense, and then when I'm feeling defensive, I'm in combat mode, which means I'm armed with my favorite form of martial art, sarcasm. And so I'm being snarky, being playful. I'm not being vicious or anything. It's just things like, so what seems to be the problem today? Your grasp of the alphabet, that's one. Do you have any allergies we should know about? Yes, I'm allergic to CAT scans. Which is a crap joke, but I'm not going to use my A-list material on these people. Why bother? Did I mention I was there for a CAT scan? That kind of helps a bit. Nothing serious, just for my nose, because it's either I find a cure for snoring, or I get murdered in my sleep by my girlfriend. Call of the mild. Have you ever had a CAT scan before? Yes, you did 2 years ago. It was here. And who was the doctor that performed your surgery on your deviated septum? I don't know. For the man, he wore a mask. And at that moment, I became Johnny Blaze, hypocrite. Because I couldn't remember the doctor's name. So, now I'm feeling bad. And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, where the hell are my priorities? Like, I have apparently what is known as a Geek-o-graphic memory. I could perform a one-man show of every episode of MASH right here. I could give you punchlines from episodes of Moonlighting I haven't seen in 20 years. I know Clark Kent's social security number because I read it once when I was 7. But I don't know the name of the guy, and I'm assuming he's a guy, that I paid to go up my nose with a knife. You'd think I would remember that. I mean, that's a little insignificant. And, it was just really bothering me, so I was talking to my friends about it. And you like the hair, by the way? I feel like Doc Brown from the Back to the Future movies. So, I'm talking to my friend about this, and what the hell's wrong with me? And she says, well, Johnny, doctors are like hookers. You spend 30 minutes having some really physical intimacy with them, and then after that half an hour, you pay them, you leave, you forget their face, you forget their name, and they never call you again unless you have a disease. Now, I wanted to point out to my friend that we don't actually give hookers our phone numbers. But this is my friend whose first pregnancy test involved urinating on a magic 8-ball, so we're not. Johnny Blaze, wacky-doo magnet. So, with this, this weird geeky sort of memory thing, I wish my powers could be used for good. I wish I could kick all kinds of ass in like Trivial Pursuit contests and whatnot, but I have an Achilles heel. They have a sports section. Nothing about sports. NFL, not for Leavitt. It's just not my thing. I should be like the Hall of Justice. I should be like Superman's fact checker. I remember all that shit, all those details. I mean, it's not a huge superpower, but it's better than like Robin's. And he's what, a teenager and his superpowers? What? He can wear like yellow silk and elf booties and not get the shit kicked out of him? I mean, that's handy, I suppose. Is this geek humor over your eyes a little too much for you as I walk down this road? Anybody see Iron Man the movie? Batman? You see Batman? You guys see Batman? Alright, so you're with me on the geek humor, you just don't want to admit you're with me. Johnny, we're all into it, we just don't talk about it. Geeks don't get paid. I can handle that, not a problem. Alright, a round of applause. How many people are into S&M? Oh, God. A few brave souls. Haven't seen you since last week's meeting. How's it going? All right. A round of applause. How many people are here like on a date, with a date? Significant other? Of those people, how many are into S&M? You just haven't reached that point in your relationship where you can broach that subject just yet? Don't clap, don't clap. Just do that look that, all of we Kingsters know how to recognize each other's 7, 9, 14. Hey, what's up? There's never a good time to bring that up. Never. You could be like one of those cutesy shoopy couples. You can have one of those little 2 a.m. I love you more conversations. If anyone else is doing it. All naked in bed, and, she'll start like, well, I like being naked and having sex outside. Like on a camping weekend or in my parents' backyard in Jersey for house sitting, a hiker could catch us or a neighbor who might get caught. Is that bad? Is that terrible? No, that's fine, that's fine. You know what I like? Ooh, I just like taking leather cuffs and strapping around your wrists and ankles and just pinning you spread eagle face down on the bed and spanking you until your ass looks like you sat down in purple paint. And after your third orgasm from that, I'll just lash you to the coffee table, put on my favorite lesbian porn for you to watch, and we'll have sex for another 4 hours. Now, our safe word will be Cookie Monster. Now, you're going to have a ball gag in your mouth, honey, so you have to enunciate. What do you want to do this weekend, though, hon? You want to see Kung Fu Panda? Let's go see Kung Fu Panda. I love you, movie. Never a good time. But I know that a few of you are going to use this little bit of mine on your way home as your opener. Johnny Blaze. Sex, it's great. It's crazy. You never. Yeah. But if we did, this is a winding road. Just the steering wheel. So, before I go, because really, I don't know where to go from there. Oh, no, I know exactly where to go. I'm sorry. I'll tell you the first time that happened to me when someone brought it up to me. Pretty early on, a third date. We're back at her place. Things are getting a little... We're about like 2 minutes away from what the Japanese call happy, crazy, naked, fun time jamboree. And it's true, look it up, I know you won't. And she goes, wait a minute. And she leaves the room, and she comes back, and she's wearing nothing but a dog collar, a leash. And she puts the leash in my hand, and kneels down before me and just says, you know what I Johnny Blaze. No, I don't. I took her for a walk. You know, I brought some plastic bags with me, praying. It turns out that is what she wanted. All right. Psychic skills on my resume, dude. And I'm going to leave you with the last little bit of advice my dad gave me first time I went camping. I think it's relevant in all things. Just remember, folks, never take raisinets from rabbits. I'm Johnny Blaze. Thank you so much. Have a good night.